So this is the all-new Amazon Firestick Lite. Now, as the name implies, light doesn't typically mean, powerful or fast. And unfortunately, it does look like this brand new device, which should be announced tomorrow, is going to replace the second generation Fire TV stick, which has been out for a couple of years now. Now, before I explain exactly who the target market for this new Fire Stick is, let me just give you guys a quick overview of the current state of Amazon products. So Amazon Fire TVs, Fire TV sticks, and of course the latest Fire TV cubes, just so we can see where this device is going to fit in that product catalog. So first we had the second generation Fire TV stick, fairly low powered, running Fire OS 5, which is Android 5.1. This device used to get notoriously hot, especially when you did run a couple of applications at the same time. This thing would always reboot until I took a slightly MacGyver approach and drilled some ventilation holes into that. Then we had the second generation Fire TV. Now, this is still by far one of the most powerful devices ever made by Amazon. We can just see it there. Now this device packs a quad-core CPU, we get 2 gigs RAM, you also have onboard Ethernet and also a micro SD card to expand your storage. Now in terms of the remote control, we can see nothing was really changed from the Fire TV stick to the second generation Fire TV. And then we have the 4K Fire Stick. Now, this is currently the fastest Fire Stick you can buy from Amazon. This has 1.5 gigs RAM. It's also running Android 7.1. We also get IR blaster controls. So with a single remote control, you can adjust the volume, put things on mute of your TV, of your soundbar, or really any device with infrared. And lastly, we have the most powerful device from Amazon, which is the second generation Fire TV Cube. Now this is the only device from Amazon running Android 9. And we can see with the remote control, they've kept the exact same style as the 4K Fire Stick, except this device has 2 gigs RAM and a really fast hexa-core processor. And right now, this is the fastest device you can buy from Amazon today. So here we get a clear picture of the new device, and we can also see that new remote control. Now unfortunately, as you can see, we've lost those infrared control buttons, so no buttons for volume up and volume down, no buttons for mute, and also no power button. So basically you're not going to be able to control your TV or your soundbar or your amps using this remote control. But what we do see is a new button for the live channels or the TV guide. As we've seen with some of my previous videos, Amazon are really pushing to get all of the free content, the OTA content, the different subscription content from the various TV providers into that single TV guide, which I'm guessing you'll access by pressing this new button over here. Here we see the side profile, so just like the previous few sticks, all the device is going to have is just a micro USB port. Now, I'm hoping with this port, we can still use things like an OTG cable to potentially expand the storage or add in, USB mice or USB keyboards. So some of those expansion options that we've enjoyed on the 4K Fire Stick, I'm hoping we can do the same thing on the new Firestick Lite. Now, one thing we don't know is the version of Android or the version of Fire OS that's going to be running on this new Firestick Lite. We know with the previous devices, with the second generation Fire TV stick and the Fire TV, as they are running Fire OS 5, which is Android 5.1, we are severely limited in what applications we can install, even things like expanding the internal storage by using a USB drive. That can only be done on Android 6 or newer. So I'm really hoping this new device runs at least Fire OS 6, which is Android 7.1. Now in terms of what actually comes in that box, we have the new remote control, the Firestick Lite, we have the power brick, we have the micro USB charging cable, we have the HDMI extender and 2 AAA batteries. Now in case you're wondering how this information was actually leaked, well, back in 2015, so 5 years ago, on the AFT News website, which is a fantastic resource for all things Amazon, we can see that Elias actually found an FCC filing for this second generation Fire TV. Now, if your device emits a radio frequency and you're hoping to sell it in the USA, then you have to get the FCC authorization or certification just to confirm that your device is safe, it meets all of the regulations, it's passed all of the tests, and there shouldn't be any issues selling your device. So for Amazon to sell a brand new device in the USA, they have to make sure that their device passes that certification. So for them to pass the certification, they have to submit this paperwork well in advance. So some clever people have basically gone through the database, because it is a public database, you can just search for it. So an example of Elias, if I click on this link here, this takes me to the FCC website. Here we can see all of the paperwork submitted for that second generation Fire TV back in 2015. And we even have photos. If I click on this, and there you have it, guys. So these are the photos of that second generation Fire TV, which were posted on the FCC website. We got the top picture, the back. Here we can see some of the ports. You've got your LAN port there, you've got your micro SD card, you've got your USB slot, and so on and so forth. So this is the entry for the second generation Fire TV. Let's now look at the FCC website for the new Amazon Firestick Lite. And here it is. So we don't see any photos at the moment, but if I scroll down, if I look at this Bluetooth test report, and here we can just see it, guys. So this is the report for the device, which they've labeled as just HDMI digital media receiver. So this is definitely the new Firestick Lite. Let's scroll down. Here we can just see that when they received the device and when they started doing the testing. So going through the FCC website, you really can find a lot of information about upcoming products. So we don't have the exact specs for this new device, but I think it's clear that this will basically replace the second generation Fire TV stick. Now, in case you're wondering, why would Amazon release a brand new device now and undercut the 4K Fire Stick? I'd say probably three things, starting with foreign markets. So this device could be pitched at the foreign markets. So perhaps in those developing countries, they may not necessarily want, 4K output, all of the latest features. A device costing around about $30, which gives them 1080p playback. They can access all of the Amazon services and other features. Then $30 for those markets may just be the sweet spot. Next up, maybe people looking to buy additional devices. So maybe you want a second device for the bedroom, or maybe for a shop, or where you don't necessarily have to have the latest features or 4K playback. As long as your device is reliable, it gets updates, it can handle 1080p playback, there may be a lower power or slightly cheaper Amazon Fire Stick like this one may just be the ticket for you. And lastly, if you look at some of the competition from the official vendors, so you have Roku sticks, the budget Roku stick, which costs around about $30 or $35. This could also be a direct competitor for that. So maybe somebody's thinking they want to buy a cheap streaming device, but $50 for a 4K Fire Stick is just too much. Maybe they'll go for a cheaper Roku device. But with this new device, it does seem like Amazon are now providing another option for those budget conscious users. So they can get a brand new device which doesn't break the bank. It has all of the features that they need, and it allows them to stay inside that Amazon ecosystem. So that's all for this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. I know lots of you are Fire Stick users, so do leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this new device. Should Amazon have made this device or maybe done an upgrade for the 4K Fire Stick? Do leave me a comment below and let me know. Now let me just take this opportunity to say a massive thanks to all of the new members of my channel. Your support really does mean a lot, and if any of you guys want to sign up, I'm doing a special promotion for the first 100 members whereby all of you can join my private chat group. And in this chat group, we can talk about stuff, we can provide support to each other, and we can even share our APKs. So some of those applications, some of those toolboxes I'm working on, you guys can get early access to them. So if that sounds of interest to you, do have a look out for the join button. Thank you. And I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.